Hello, and welcome to Sane Sunday Live. The queen of the car scene will be here in just a minute. Till then, you'll have to look at my ugly mug. And we will start out the show like we usually do with shouting out people on the hashtag Insanefriends live calendar, which of course it is Sunday, so it's us. And then right after us is Gregory Salvatore, and he's got some juicy stuff to talk about. You can see him in the chat here right now. Porsche Shop's first in chat. Gregory Salvatore, a very close second. I think it just came down to who could type the fastest. Right after us on Sunday is Gregory Salvatore. Like I'm repeating myself now. Monday, yes, I need my co-host or I'm falling apart. The queen of the car scene will be here in just a second to straighten me out.
I'm over here.
Monday is eTart Adventures at 9 p.m. Tuesday is Bubsification at 9 p.m. Wednesday, we're right back here, 7:30 on the Saneauto channel with the hashtag Insanefriends, the original hashtag Insanefriends show. Thursday night is Dorito and Lucha Cabre. Now, we'll have to go check and see if they did their last Thursday's thing. Followed by Easy 2 tips and tricks, etc., etc., from 10:30 to 12. Now, his live is growing fast. We had a lot of people in the chat this last Thursday, and I have a special announcement for him in our show tonight. Friday is Horses Shop at 8:30, followed by Twisted R Racing at 9 p.m. Saturday is an exciting day for the hashtag Insanefriends calendar. We have Choppers Rule 1 at 6:30 p.m. and Fab Automotive Detailing at 9 p.m.
Touchscreens always get dirty.
Now, tonight we have our first question of the night. For getting put up on the screen will be, does anyone know what is the majority of the vehicles in our latest video? Hey, Event Countdown, it's great to see you. Oh, and I have one more announcement before we get into that. We have, welcome to our chat, Event Countdown. Lots of great people show up here. They're very supportive. You can support their channel. Well, why was it on February? Okay. January, of course, we had the World of Wheels. That's why we're having this like a World of Wheels marathon of videos on our channel. And Gregory Salvatore is right. It is Corvettes. It was mainly Corvettes in our last video. It was a World of Wheels video, and it had mostly Corvettes in it. So Gregory Salvatore's channel will go up on the channel in just a minute because he did get the question correct. And in the meantime, like I said, on the calendar, we have, well, I thought it was on this calendar. It's not on the calendar, but it is still in my mind. The 26th of January, right here, I'll have to write it on the calendar. The 26th of January is going to be Cooter and the gang is going to be at Cooter's place in Nashville, Tennessee, signing autographs. It is the 40th anniversary of the Dukes of Hazzard TV show. So it's going to be a big event. I think it's this week that Triumph is coming to Chattanooga. And then next on the calendar is big announcement for the hashtag I Am a Creator group right here. February the 1st is going to be the first annual anniversary live stream of the I Am a Creator group. And that is going to be at 12 noon on James Cox's channel. And we may have a special live Saturday for the same thing, to basically celebrate the birthday of the hashtag I Am a Creator group.
Wow, it's been a year.
Now, it didn't actually happen on February the 1st, but that is the first time that somebody put up a live video, and it was James Cox. Somebody that we remember did a live, support thing, and that was James Cox. I didn't start doing my lives until afterwards, even though we were talking about such things in January. So the group started before then, but the living and doing the support lives like this and inviting people to support each other's channels and stuff, that didn't start until February. So you got to settle on some day to be kind of like the birthday of the I Am a Creator group, and February 1st is just as good a date as any for that to be the actual birthday and be celebrated. And so I will be there too, 12 noon, be there. Of course, Carol will be selling insurance that day at the insurance office, so she won't be able to be on that live. So we may have some kind of special live ourselves to celebrate that, wherein Carol can be involved in it as well. Curb Appeal Lawn Care, nice to see you here. How is that beautiful black truck doing? Oh, and I got a blue screen share. Got the question correct, and that is great. He was Johnny on the spot there. That it is.
It shows who's
hello,
really
Camaro
watching.
Time. Camaro Time is here. That is awesome. Camaro Time should receive an award for being the best moderator ever. And somewhere on that award, it should say something about being the best editor ever.
Breezy Shade Tree
Bike Shop. Hey,
is here. How you doing?
A lot of great hashtag Insanefriends here.
Here.
Yep. And let me see here. We got to get. Well, I can't do it on this page. To do it on this page, we lose our. Wait a minute. What am I thinking? Go to the dots and hit go to channel. There we go.
Bottle caps. Hey,
Yeah, Camaro Times. I have watched his videos on how to do the editing multiple times to start getting them. Now you can see Gregory Salvatore's channel here. He does have a background in photography and stuff, so expect a lot of good photographs and video in his videos. And here is the hit videos here, so you can kind of see the thumbnails. And he will be live at 9 o'clock tonight. And while we've got his channel up here, and you can see his channel, let's bring it up here where you can see his background channel art and everything, and see his channel name. Congratulations on getting over 900. He is less than 100 away from hitting the big 1K. And who was it hit another milestone like that this last week? It was Dennis does the computer stuff. Felicia Ann has joined him on the channel. That's great. Great news. Now, RPM, reviewing, playing, and more. RPM, he hit 2,000 last week. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Leave that on his channel. You got the chat over here, so I can see the chat over here. Bottle Caps is here.
Yes.
All right. Now, the question that Gregory answered correctly was, what was the majority of vehicles in our latest videos? So while Gregory's up, we're going to do something new here. While Gregory is up and his channel is up where everybody can see it, and we're featuring his channel, I want everybody in the chat to tell us what was the majority subject matter in your last video on your channel. What was the majority of the subject matter in your last video on your channel? Put that in the chat, and we'll talk about y'all's channels while we have Gregory's channel up here. And there's Reviewing, Playing, and More. He hit 2K just this last week. And yes, it was. The majority of the subject matter in his last video was the big CPU cooler, which is a very affordable CPU cooler. And he did a really good video on how to install it. And he, of course, has a very handy affiliate link in his description so that you can find that CPU cooler and get it and put it in yourself just by watching his video and save loads of money doing it yourself. Yes, Gregory Salvatore's last video, the majority of the subject matter was a new Corvette, and it featured Felicia Ann, who did a really good job of describing the Corvette and the features of it. Yes, Camaro Time's subject matter in his last video was Camaros, and
Go figure.
Video.
Why on earth would Camaro Time have a Camaro video?
But the subject matter in his video right before that is the same subject matter of our next question. Don't give it away, honey. I want everyone to try to get this next question, and you will be the next channel featured on the video. Remember, we do have a couple rules on this game here, and one of them is that once you've won and you've gotten a question right, give everyone else a chance.
From work.
Let somebody else answer so that they can get their channel featured up on the screen share. So the question for the next person to get up here on screen share is, what is Carol's favorite vehicle?
Oh, you'll never guess that one.
And the hint is that this was also the subject matter of Camaro Time's next to last video.
And what if I tell
And it
them
wasn't
I don't
Camaros.
like that car anymore? The Batmobile. Camaro got it.
Lonesome's Garage, welcome to the chat, and his subject matter was stuff from work. Camaro Time is
Ding,
Mustang.
ding, ding, ding,
Ding, ding, ding, ding, ding. So he's got it. And that would be, let's see here.
The Batmobile is a strong second.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? And it's a Ford as well. So kind of counts. It is at least in line with her stuff. So Camaro Time's channel is going up now. And remember that the everything we do.
Batman was a Ford? No.
Yep. Yeah, the original Batmobile was a Ford. It was the Ford Futura.
Oh yeah.
And they converted it into the Batmobile. That was actually the one we were filming. We filmed.
Actually, Shelby is not my favorite Mustang.
And even the ones that he did build, after, because there was only one Ford Futura, and there was 6 original Batmobiles. The first one was built using the Ford
Carol
Futura.
Shelby's
The rest of them.
favorite vehicle is the next one. Yes, I imagine it is.
So Camaro Time, you can see here. He has his latest video was the one with about Camaros and how to tell the difference in a glance, and then actually I guess the one right before that was this one about the supporter and viewer Camaro photos. I made a mistake on that. I was thinking this one was the next to last, which was about the 2020 Mustang Shelby GT500. So loosely Mustang. And it says Carol in it. Well, it doesn't say, but his name was Carol. With 2 L's.
With 2 R's.
Yeah, okay. You're right. You're right. Tractor 5474. How you doing? And Breezy's. Okay, Breezy. We've already shouted out Breezy's. Okay, while that is up, I want everybody to talk about their favorite vehicle. Put up in the chat, what is your favorite vehicle? I think we can guess
And
what
Camaro
Camaro times is.
I don't know if I know, but let me guess. Camaro, right? Camaro time?
Now, yeah, but what is Gregory's favorite vehicle?
Well, that would be the same, wouldn't it?
Yeah, red Camaro. To be more specific. Camaro time's got a black one and a red one. I think Gregory just sticks to the red. Yeah, Carol Shelby's favorite vehicle's got to be the next one. Yeah.
(1977) Ford Cougar. Awesome vehicle.
Yep. We kicked around Atlanta in a Cougar for quite a while. It was a little bit older than a 77, though. But there were a lot of 77s out on the road and good-looking Cougars during the 80s when we were teenagers.
Fab says one that gets him from point A to point B. Spoken like a true family man.
Yeah, and then 2 weeks later and about 10 videos later, it looks like brand new.
Yeah.
That's what happens when Fab gets hold of them. He's got the videos to prove it. Go check out his $400 Jeep videos. Making Tracks, how are you doing? Everybody's putting up their favorite vehicles right now. So the next question for the next person to go up on screen share will be, and remember the rules here are if you've already won and you're already been up on screen share on this particular episode, then give other people a chance to answer so that they can get a chance to be on the screen share. We want to give everybody a chance.
And look at animate. I got to see what that is.
Just like we do with our live stream calendar, we want to give everybody a chance to have their chance. So the question is, what's the name of our other channel? It could be either one. It could be either my other channel or Carol's channel. But what is the name of our other channel besides Sane Auto? We have a couple of other channels if you can name either one of those channels.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, Gregory. There are a lot of broken thumbs in the neighborhood because we got 11 people watching and only 4 people are liking us.
Ah, Fab got it. He got it right away. The Carol Sane channel. So in case you're wondering, there's the Carol Sane channel and there's the Sane Enterprises channel. So keep trying, reviewing, playing, and more. You almost got in there faster than Fab. Let's see here what we got.
It's hard to beat Fab, but now Fab's out of it, so.
Yeah, so let's see here. Fab Automotive Detailing. And while we're checking out Fab's channel, and we've got him up on screen share, let's hear in the chat if y'all have another channel besides the one you're on right now. If you have a second or a third channel or anything, what is the name of your other channel?
And if not, what is the name of your one of the favorite videos that you put on your channel?
Yeah, that would be good too. If you don't have a second channel or something that you can shout out in the chat right now, shout out one of your favorite videos on your channel, the name of one of your favorite videos on your channel. Like I was saying before, Fab's got quite a few videos.
We got 11 thumbs up. That's all.
Woohoo! That was quick too. You guys, y'all got on it, didn't you? Wow.
Yeah, I just
have
to
people.
say one word, and it's
Gregory Salvatore says, I can't say my other channel. It's a secret. Now people are typing in secret on YouTube. I'd hate to think what might come up on YouTube if you type in secret. Secret channel. Oh my God.
Notification.
Hey, Bob,
how you doing?
Okay. Can you approve that? Yeah, there you go. There you go. Hey, there's his channel right there. He put a thing up on it with his channel.
I got a secret channel too.
Now Bub said he's out running calls this week. Does that mean a lot of people are getting breakdowns because it just suddenly got freezing cold and their stuff don't work and you're having to fix it?
Our stuff don't work. It does work, but it's a heat pump, so I'm cold.
Yeah, heat pumps are not very efficient at heating your house.
No.
There ain't nothing like a gas central system or something like that. Yeah, the cold weather brought the no heat calls, but they came in droves, and so you get to be. And that's the kind of job you end up working the most in the worst weather. Fab says it's going to be -7 in the morning with a -30 wind chill here. Well, I'm glad I'm not there. I really am. Oh, I had an announcement to make for Easy 2 tips, tricks, etc. I was hoping he'd show up before I make it, but I'm going to make it before we get too far into the live in case he's watching it on the replay. The announcement for Easy 2 tips and tricks, etc., etc. That is Ken in California. He does the live on Thursday night. The hashtag Insanefriends live on Thursday night. The announcement is to him that and y'all be interested in this too, that GM is rolling out hydrogen fuel cell powered vehicles by 2023. They're going to have 20 of those, 20 different hydrogen fuel cell powered vehicles and full electric vehicles. And Toyota is planning on doing the same thing, but they will be building, Toyota will be building their hydrogen vehicles in Michigan, which is great for American jobs right there.
Yep.
So more jobs in Michigan, thanks to Toyota. I don't know, but you know, we got volatile gasoline in our cars now.
Yeah, and everybody was afraid of that.
So it just 6 half dozen another. Of course, hydrogen goes up. Good grief, you wouldn't believe it. I mean, I've been frightened out of my wits and dropped to my knees the last time a car battery blew up in the shop, and it was plumb the other end of the shop. My shop is just like gigantic, huge. It was plumb the opposite corner, and I was underneath the car working on it on the lift, and that battery went off. And that's all hydrogen. You know, that's what explodes in a battery. When a battery explodes, it's the hydrogen in the battery that explodes. And when that sucker went off,
Buster Tim, how
you talk about it wasn't just a boom, it was a kaboom, like it was sucking all the oxygen out of the air and then exploded. It just, and I literally dropped to my knees in an instant. I thought, you know, the car was falling on me or something. I didn't know what was going on, but I knew something bad just happened, and I was going into duck and cover mode, and it was that battery exploded.
Was anybody hurt?
No.
Well, luckily.
There was battery acid all on the bottom of that hood, all underneath of the hood of that customer's car and everything. And you talk about dumping some Coca-Cola and all kinds of stuff all over it to neutralize the acid, and then taking a hose to it and everything. And, you know, and that's bad for the concrete floor too. That ruins the concrete floor as well if you don't neutralize that stuff quick.
Well, I mean, as long as there was no human being.
Yes, you can, Camaro time. That is. I'm glad you brought that up about Doug. Doug is in a bad way. Doug Sweener needs some help. And has anybody started a GoFundMe page for Doug Sweener yet? Because somebody needs to. And I would like to announce that when it happens and let people know. And I would like to share it on the Saneauto Facebook page, so that people can go to Doug Sweener's GoFundMe page once it's created. Doug has had some really bad news from the doctor. And if you go to his channel, you can see a video where Doug Sweener's announcing what's going on there with him. So it's not like I'm outing him or anything, because he did make a video and he did publish it. But the last trip he made to the doctor, he had a biopsy and everything, and then the doctor called him and let him know the results of the biopsy of what was on his neck. And it turned out that it is cancer, and it is already in his lymph nodes. It's 3rd stage.
They don't know where
they don't know where the actual tumor is or anything, unless there's been an update that I don't know about, which is bad, because, I mean, it's already in his lymph nodes. And so pray for him that you know, he'll get the best possible outcome from the treatment that they come up with. I know my dad went through this recently, and his was in the late stages because he was having that trouble with his heart, and they were concentrating on doing the stents in his heart and all that other procedures to try to save his heart. And so they weren't really paying much attention to what was going on in his colon, even though he was complaining about it. And 2 places misdiagnosed it, so that added a few more months to when they finally diagnosed it as colon cancer. And by then, the tumor was really big and it had spread. It was late stages, and we thought it was over. But if there's anything I can say to give Doug Sweener and his family any hope, is that even though we thought that situation was pretty hopeless, it turned out that he did go through the chemo. He did go through all the other stuff that makes you really sick, and it's really hard to go through. And yeah, it was really hard, but he went through all that, and it's been almost 2 years now, and he's still with us. He's gone
back to work.
Yep, he's gone back to work, driving the truck. Yep, he's been able to go back to work. He's making money again. And, you know, as far as we know, he's still in remission. You know, he gets those blood tests pretty regular to see. But he does have a spot on his lung that has gotten a little bit bigger. So we're concerned about that too. But, you know, we know what you're going through, Doug Sweener, and our heart goes out to you if you watch this replay. And we hope for the best possible outcome for that. Now, so somebody else has a chance to get up here on the screen share. I want to throw the next question out there, and that is, does anybody know what is Carol's profession? You know, she's queen of the car scene here at nights and on the weekends, but what is her day job? When she is not queen of the car scene, what is her day job? And sometimes even when she is queen of the car scene, she's still promoting her profession. Yeah, that's a good point, Gregory Salvatore. It would be much better if he set up the GoFundMe himself and have it all going straight to an account of his own. And I think everybody would feel much more comfortable with that, that's a great idea. And it would make sure that he, like you said here, Gregory, it would make sure that he actually does get the funds and not some third-party person. And, you know, that also cuts out any problems, possibilities of the federal government getting involved in trying to tax it. You know, because anytime money goes from, you know, a third party's.
Sam's Garage, welcome, welcome.
Camaro time she's peddling. Yeah, what is she peddling? Horses shop, insurance, salesman, agent. Yes, yes, that is close enough. She is a licensed insurance agent, and she does sell insurance.
Yay.
So, yeah, there you go. Life, home, car insurance.
Wow,
That is her deal. Protecting. Horses shop.
Sam's Garage just subscribed.
Oh, YouTube, you know what horses shop I want to see. Don't give me all that other stuff. That one right there. Ta-da! Look at all those great videos. That is still one of my favorites right there. I like that little bitty engine.
Little engine that could.
Yep, the little engine that could for like 100 years and still does. Well, it did with the little TLC from Horse's Shop. You know, he got that sucker back running again, and it is got new life thanks to him, and is still surviving under his care. It's nice to see people.
Antonio, Claudio, Michael, how you doing?
Hello, welcome to the chat. Now that Horse's Shop has correctly answered that question, let's turn the focus back to our audience again. And the same question applies to you guys. What is your daytime profession? If you care to share, if you don't care to share, that's fine too. You don't have to.
DSW Joyride. Long time no see.
Hey, how are you doing?
Now,
it's great to see you here.
There's 13 people watching and only 11 of you guys like us. What?
14 people watching. Welcome back to the chat, DSW Joyride Productions. It's great to see you again. The last question to get up on the screen was, what is Carol's profession, which was correctly answered by Horse's Shop. She is an insurance agent. And so now the question goes to the audience. What is your profession, if you care to share? You don't have to, but if you care to share, what is your profession and what do you do during the day? Reviewing, playing, and more RPM, the guy that's so great on fixing computers and stuff, is a contractor with the Department of Defense doing procurement.
Wow, that sounds like
the lady across the street from our building in Chattanooga who rents a space across the street used to do that job. She sure did. And now she has a thriving business doing a very similar thing in the private sector.
Yep.
And is making a killing doing it. So that is a really good thing to have experience in doing if you ever want to open your own business. I know it sure did work out well for her and her husband.
Wow, Tractors 5474 is a gravity monitor.
And Fab Automotive Detailing, of course, is a mechanic by day and detailer at night. Get burnt, bruised, and bleeding, and then cleaning it all up. Tractor 5474. Mine is full-time gravity monitor.
Gregory says he's a billionaire playboy.
He was asleep and dreaming again. Wow. Hey, if that's your goal, you can achieve it. Just keep up with enough good habits and stay away from enough bad habits. DSW, his profession is all over. We know you've been doing a lot of study and research and in the intern stages right now. You got something cooking. You're in the process of mastering
a master plan.
Yep. Okay, around the middle of this year, the Maytag will turn 91 years old. So
oh, making tracks.
Oh,
thank you.
Thanks for supporting Carol Sane's channel. That's awesome. Yeah, the Maytag we're talking about is this one right here, the little Maytag engine that could. And it's not 100 years old. I was a little bit off. It will be 91 years old in the middle of this year. So it's getting close to turning 100.
It's closer to 100 than it is 1.
Yep, 2028. So, and DSW Joyride Financial, of course, right, Greg?
Little underqualified.
That's going to be next in the on Carol's radar, isn't it?
What?
Financial stuff.
Yeah. I am going to get my Series S.
And then you'll be able to sell, what are they called?
Stocks and bonds and annuities and many
all kinds
other
of financial
life
products.
Insurance policies that grow with the stock market. Exciting stuff. You know about that, don't you, Greg?
Camaro Time says, thanks to Antonio, I'm now 6 away from his latest goal of 2,900.
Awesome.
Hey, Noah Gallman, how are you doing? He's been watching the Barrett Jackson. Oh, that's cool. It is that time of year, isn't it? That gets exciting. Hey, there was a Mustang recently sold.
That's a good question, Camaro Time. What is everybody's goal for their channel this year?
There's recently a Mustang sold at, I think it was Mecca Auction, and it's on, oh gosh, whose channel is that? Oh, I love this guy's channel. Why am I having brain lock and I can't think of the name of it? He does really good narration the way Roger Bailey does, kind of like Roger Bailey does, but it's different. Roger Bailey's in the UK, and shoot, I'll think of it and I'll tell you in a minute. But anyway, his latest video, he was showing the Mecca auctions, and it sold for $2 million. And it's a Shelby, of course. But sold for $2 million. Mecca auctions. And the 2 announcements I made earlier, I'm going to make again while everybody's in here. The I Am a Creator first annual anniversary live stream, basically the birthday of the I Am a Creator group, is going to be February the 1st at 12 noon on James Cox's channel. And the other announcement I wanted to make is interesting for everybody, but mostly for Ken in California at the channel Easy 2 Tips and Tricks, etc. He goes live 10:30 every Thursday night as part of the hashtag Insanefriends live calendar. And that is that GM is rolling out hydrogen fuel cell powered vehicles by 2023. And Toyota will be building hydrogen vehicles in Michigan
Do we have another question?
Yes, we do.
All right.
Yes, we do. And the question is, whose channel hit 2,000 last week? Whose channel hit 2,000 last week? If you've been watching our lives, you should know this. And there's somebody in here who's already been somebody in here who
has recently hit 2,000.
Yep.
He is in chat.
He sure is. He's right here. His name starts with a D. His channel name starts with an R. And he hit 2,000 this last week. 2,000 supporters for his channel. Horses Shop says hopefully this summer he'll be making homemade ice cream. And he'll be powering. Yep, he'll be powering that ice cream making with that 91-year-old engine. Yep. Maytag still going strong. Sam's Garage, woohoo! Good to see you here.
Reviewing, playing, and more RPM said it was him.
Ta-da! It is him. It is him. And since he was the first one to get it right, he's going up on the screen. And he hasn't been on the screen today, so that meets the rules too.
Oh, I like
giving
that.
everybody a chance.
I go back.
What happened?
I like that.
Oh, you like the background photo? You'll still be able to see it when I go to where it's videos, and you can really see all the videos because I just pull it up like that where you can see. And I think it's cool that and fits well with his channel that's got up here. It says Hitachi.
But look how it just shines on the water. That's a beautiful photograph.
Yep, and there's a yacht right there too.
Look at mine. It's all fuzzy. Look.
Yours is all fuzzy? Yeah, yours is all fuzzy, isn't it? That's kind of crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
2,072. Already gained 72 more subscribers since he hit 2,000. Man, that created some momentum. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That push to hit 2,000 created some momentum, and it just took off. Of course, we were putting him on Facebook pages and putting him on Twitter and all kinds of stuff.
That photograph came from Google.
Okay, cool. It still looks good.
Yep.
And it's a good choice for the background art. You know, some people still haven't even put up a banner art or nothing yet, because it's kind of difficult. If you've never done it before, it's kind of difficult to figure out how to do it.
Shop is 39 away from 200 subscribers.
And then they have all these rules. You try to put the photo up there, and then it says that your photo is either too good a photo with too many pixels, or it's not a good enough photo. It's got not enough pixels.
It's not big enough. It's not wide enough.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it just turns into a project.
Yeah.
So some people just don't even have any banner art.
Horses Shop is 39 away from 200 subscribers.
Woohoo! Horses Shop. All right. Anybody that hadn't already supported Horses Shop, please do. It goes the same for everybody else here. Look for people in the chat whose name don't sound familiar or something, and go check out their channel, because I can tell you firsthand, I've been to everybody's channel, and they've all got really good content. They're all a safe bet. Go check out their channels. You will like it. And go ahead and support them and become lifelong friends. Hashtag Insanefriends for hashtag Insane Growth. And make sure you full watch when you go to people's channels and hit the like button and all the cool stuff that you would like to have done to you. Make sure you just pay it forward and do that when you get there. Go back and visit again, because, hey, you know, we all started somewhere, and the first video you see may not be the best video we have, because we've all got some now, and some of us, like we have done it too, have gone back and already privated or just taken down some of the older, crappiest videos we have. but there's still some early videos when
Yeah,
we weren't
all
doing so well.
mine are early videos.
And yeah, but you're cute, so everybody wants to see everything you do. And you got great stuff for the kids, reading the books and stuff like that. They're
really
timeless.
I really gotta get
Wonderful
something.
videos.
I gotta get something edited.
But the point is that
I
don't
haven't put anything up since Christmas.
don't always judge somebody's channel by the first video you see, because we're all working hard to improve our videos. And if you go to somebody's channel in this chat and the first video you see isn't, then look at some of their other videos too, and they'll probably surprise you. If the content doesn't surprise you the first video you see, the second or third video probably will. And
I need to get a dog cam and put it on Dakota for my channel.
if you want to make your videos better and you want to make your channel grow, I would suggest the first thing you do is improve your content. And one of the things you can do to do that is look at Camaro Time's how-to videos on DaVinci editing software, because even if you're not using DaVinci and using something similar, you can still learn from that. The other thing is, you know, Dennis at Reviewing Plain and More, if you think your computer can't handle this or can't handle that, and you need to upgrade your computer in order to get to where you can do more editing and stuff like that, check out some of his videos. He shows you how to do the physical upgrades and even how to build a computer from scratch. And then you can look at Fab's videos and Horses Shop's videos, how he's gone from, you know, his early videos to the ones he's doing now, and see improvements. Yeah, lots of people's videos here, and Curb Appeal Lawn Care. Yeah, anybody on here, you can look at their videos and get ideas on how to improve your videos if you're just starting out, and what they're doing with their videos, their intros, their thumbnails, you know.
Horses Shop's gonna have a long video coming out this week. What's it gonna be about?
Even though we've switched to DaVinci and we could do our thumbnails with DaVinci, we still do our thumbnails with TubeBuddy, because TubeBuddy makes the thumbnails so easy. And like DaVinci, you can get a free version of DaVinci. You can also get a free version of TubeBuddy. I use the paid version of TubeBuddy here on Saneauto, but I use the free version of TubeBuddy for the Sane Enterprises channel, and we use the free version for the Carol Sane channel. But you can get the paid version is really cheap, and if you've got less than 1,000 subscribers, you can get it half price. So half as cheap as cheap, and we're talking less than $10. And then if you've got less than 1,000 subscribers, it's half of that. Or you can get the free version, which is free.
Well, people, it is
and that's
cold
TubeBuddy
here in North Georgia.
It certainly is.
That means I want to go run and hide in my room where I have
bedroom with our Sunday night movie.
In our Sunday night movie.
Maritime's getting cold too. He's in North Carolina.
We have 10 minutes to promote and self-promote.
Yes, Fab Automotive Detail, it says his old videos show how far he's come. And we've all got content. Almost all of us have got content like that.
Gregory,
we've got several videos.
I will
out
not
there now.
try there. That's why I'm here. But it is.
Oh, I feel sorry for Dennis at Reviewing Plain and More. He's up there in Canada. Yeah. And Bottle Caps. Bottle Caps is on an island.
I've got to get my dog in because.
Oh yeah, like, go get the dog before he dies.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a dog sickle.
He was upset yesterday.
Yeah, he's upset because we pulled him in from the cold. He wanted to stay out there. It's like, yeah, you nuts. You're gonna freeze to death. Yeah, he's been hanging out with a husky so long, he thinks he's a husky too. He's even trying to howl. He's trying to howl like Dakota does. So where was I at? Let's see. I'm going to take y'all off screen share. We're going to subject you to having to look at my ugliness for a little while. I'm sorry. Okay. Let's see. Did I successfully take that off the screen share? Or I'm not sure if I did or not.
Okay, little puppy never gets to get on video, on the camera. Come on. Come on, little
Yeah, I
boy.
think I took it off. Yeah, I did take it off the screen share. So that now we can get the star of the snow.
Yeah.
Ah, look at there. Kisses for his mama. Hello,
Daddy.
y'all. No, I don't need kisses. No, thank you.
Daddy
No,
kisses.
thank you. No.
Okay.
You,
There he
I
is.
never seen you brush your teeth, so you don't kiss me. Your kissing privileges have been revoked. You need to start brushing your teeth, dude. I'm not going there. So before we miss our chance, it is 8:22. We've only got about 8 minutes left. We like to end at 8:30. We don't want to be encroaching on Gregory Salvatore's time. Think of the rules of the hashtag Insanefriends calendar like the rules of an intersection. Someday, way in the past, some really smart guy had the idea that instead of just having people, the most aggressive person being able to be the one that wins at every intersection, that they would start putting up traffic lights and stop signs and stuff. And as long as everybody followed the rules, everybody'd have a good, fair chance. And there'd be less people running into each other. And same thing with the hashtag Insanefriends calendar. We want to make room for everybody, so we space each other out and live at different times and shout out each other's lives in order for it to be fair for everybody, especially for the least aggressive people, to have a fair chance at growing their channel.
It is 28 degrees in Dalton, Georgia right now.
So in the spirit of
I
cooperation,
understand that it is colder elsewhere,
Mhm.
but that's cold enough for me.
So in the spirit of cooperation, we have this hashtag Insanefriends live calendar, and as you can see, we are here at Sunday, and we started at 7:30 right here on Saneauto, and right after us is Gregory Salvatore, and then Monday is ETAR, not ETAR. It is One Wheel E. I need to change that. So I quit saying that. He's changed his channel name to One Wheel E. I do have it correct on the front, don't I? Yeah, One Wheel E is on Monday nights at 9 p.m.
Gregory's live stream will have Felicia Ann talking about her first solo live stream, where she reviews and models a Corvette.
The GT500 Grand Tour episode and a politically incorrect segment. Okay? We are politically incorrect, but we are also clean and family friendly. Bubsification at 9 p.m.
Sometimes.
And I would like to add that having rules is politically incorrect, which makes it weird about political correctness. Because political correctness is all about breaking all the rules that makes a safe society for everyone.
Yeah.
Which would not be politically correct to have any rules to protect anyone. We don't need to be
getting into that philosophy at the moment, sweetheart.
Because it's nonsense. It makes no sense.
We could be on that all night.
Political correctness is nonsense. It makes no sense. And it doesn't really, in the whole big scheme of things, doesn't really help anybody. Okay, so we don't want to reveal too much of that because it would make too much sense.
Go ahead.
And sense isn't really popular right now. Folks, vacation at 9 p.m. Hashtag Insanefriends on Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. Dorito and Lucha Cabra at 9:30 on Thursday nights, followed by Easy 2 tips and tricks, etc. 10:30 to 12 on Thursday nights. These are all Eastern Standard Time. And then Friday, Horses Shop at 8:30, followed by Twisted R Racing at 9 p.m. Then Saturday, Choppers Rule 1, 6:30 p.m. And Fab Automotive Detailing at 9 p.m. on Saturday nights. Then that takes you all the way back to
today.
Today!
That's Tiny Whitey. Now, anyway,
It's Tiny
Camaro time.
Oh,
I have just one thing to say to you. Suck it up, Buttercup.
what? What's going on?
He says he's about to be offended.
I'm offended at your offendedness. Oh, Horses Shop may be coming down to Tennessee for spring break.
Awesome.
And my supporters in and around Tennessee wants to see me. I'll let you know if I come down. All right. That sounds great. We were in Tennessee yesterday.
Yeah, we're in Tennessee about every other weekend. We've been.
And she said every other week, not every weekend.
Yeah, it's been every weekend the last 2 weeks.
Well, yeah, it was because we went to Tennessee for the World of Wheels. Even though we weren't up there to go to our building, we were up there for the World of Wheels. And then yesterday, we were up there getting more parts and equipment out of our building to bring down to this building. And we did a lot more blasting of some parts. And man, I should have had those parts and shown you guys. Some of those turned out really beautiful.
Doritos, hi.
Dorito and Lucha Cabra, hey, how you doing? Yes, thank you. Smash the like button. And Matt MPG is here. Like we just announced, and I don't know if Dorito was here to see it, but Dorito and Lucha Cabra, 9:30 on Thursday night. Oh, are y'all still living 9:30 on Thursday nights? Because this week I was really busy. Since the holiday season is over with, the slowdown in parts sales is over with. I guess y'all seen that from Sunday when I had this pile of parts that I was shipping out on a Sunday.
Fab wants to move to Tennessee and he wants to rent our building, but the wife won't let him move.
Well, you can. There's an apartment in the building next door. You can just move right in there.
Yeah.
Oh, what was I saying? I just totally derailed my own train of thought. Too many things. Dorito and Lucha Cabra showed up and blew my mind.
Maritime says move without her.
Yeah, she'll follow you. Uzo Lou Garage.
If it's meant to be, she'll follow you. If not, I don't know what to tell you.
Sam's Garage.
Just kidding.
Sam's Garage says, can I get insurance for my go-karts? Actually, yeah, you can.
Well, yeah.
Actually,
it's called
you
an
can.
umbrella policy.
Ta-da!
And it covers every stupid thing you want to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
And everything you want to put in your garage.
Yep.
This is empty.
You
know that it's close to the end of the show when the coffee is gone. And it's too late for me to drink coffee anyway. Oh, well. I guess I won't be fixing anything tonight because I'm missing the main ingredient for doing any auto repair.
That's a good thing. You got a movie that we're supposed to snuggle up in the cold and watch together. You're supposed to look at my beautiful blue eyes.
Fab Auto says, how much roundabout does it cost to insure a mechanic shop or a detail shop? I don't know about a detail shop. My dad had a detail shop in Atlanta for a while, and we were in Tennessee. We went back to Atlanta, and I worked for him for a while in his detail shop. The name of it was Excalibur. And then I got another job at another mechanic shop again, and went back to getting burnt, bruised, and bleeding again.
Actually, horses, unfortunately,
but that was in the 80s.
I am only licensed in Georgia and Tennessee.
Yeah.
So I can insure bucks and one wheelie.
Yep, and guys like that.
And people like that. But people who are further away, I can't.
Yeah, there's some rule about how far from her office she can't be licensed in a state that's further than a certain number of miles from her office. Now, what was I saying about I was trying to answer Fab's question. My liability insurance on a 13-bay repair shop in Tennessee was somewhere in the neighborhood of $900 to $1,100 a year for my liability insurance. That did not include my building insurance, which is different. And one of the things that was keeping my rate down at the time, and it was like 20 years of that, all through starting in 1998 all the way up into the 2000 teens. One of the things that was keeping my rate down was I didn't have any tire machines in my shop, because there's something about the injury rate on doing tires is a lot higher.
That's what I need to look into, Gregory.
I couldn't let them know that I had a dog. That was a difficult situation because I had a really nice dog at the time, but he had to stay hidden. At least from the insurance agent at the time, which turned out to be not a problem because he never did cause any trouble. Because if you have a guard dog or something, that makes your rates go up.
Okay, horses, I do know you can get insurance on the recreational vehicles.
But you need a guard dog in a shop. You really need one. They're way better than an alarm system. I had both. Alarm system, I have cameras in the building, and a dog. And some people may say, how do you do that? Well, you don't have to use motion sensors. You have door sensors and window sensors, and you don't have to have motion sensors. And most of the alarm systems now, you can have motion sensors and you can turn them on and off independently of the rest of your alarm system.
That's awesome, Camaro time.
And
everybody should get insurance on everything. Do you have an umbrella? That'll give you extra coverage on everything.
Yeah, I remember. The reason I remember that it was because flood insurance is about the same, and my liability insurance was, about the same as flood insurance, which is, like you said, Fab, it's not bad for liability insurance. And you wouldn't believe how many people are operating without liability insurance, and especially a garage. You really don't want to be doing that.
No.
If you're not turning enough business and not doing enough business to be able to afford the basic necessities of an actual real business, like liability and stuff, then you're really better off just working for somebody else. But a lot of guys don't understand that, and so you get into this problem with, once you open your shop, you can't base your pricing on other people's pricing, because if you do, you'll never make any money, because there's so many guys out there that just don't go through the trouble of adding up all their costs before they price a job, and they will always underprice things, and at the end of the month, they will always be broke.
I do know that you can insure anything. Or most
that's whether it's illegal to not have insurance as a business depends on what state you're in, and sometimes the county that you're in may have laws governing that. But in Tennessee, it's pretty much like the Wild West, and not one time in almost 20 years did anybody ever of any official capacity ever asked me about what kind of insurances and stuff I had. Not a single time. I only had one time that the EPA came in and inspected my shop, and it was because I fired a guy who had an attitude, and he thought that he deserved me giving him a raise when really he deserved a firing, and that's what he got. And so he tried to get me in trouble with the EPA and stuff and told a bunch of lies, and they did come down there and investigate, but they didn't find anything that I was doing wrong, so they cleared me and moved on. So this little plan didn't work. One of the things that they really liked when they got there was they liked my waste oil heater and the cleaning, the ZEP cleaning soap that I use for the hot wash and cleaning machine, because the reason I picked that is because it has an enzyme in it that devours the oil that gets in the water and the soap. And so once you've got that in there, you can just dump it down the drain, and if anything, it helps because it not only devours all the oil that was in whatever water that you dumped out of your cleaning machine. If there's already pre-existing water in the drain, when it gets in there, it'll devour that too. And then when it's done devouring all the oils, it dies out, gone. And that's approved. That stuff is EPA approved, and that's why ZEP puts it in their cleaner, their cleaning detergent. And that's why you're supposed to be using it in those type of cleaning machines.
Okay.
And so they seen that ZEP stuff sitting there. They knew what that was, and they knew what it was used for, and they were like, no problem here. And then there was the waste oil heater, and they seen the waste oil heater and the storage tanks for that, and they were like, y'all ain't dumping anything. You're using it for heat, you know.
Well, people.
Well, the one that I've got is that a lot of the older ones, yeah, they give a lot of problems, but I have one of those big Shenandoahs. It's a newer one, and it's made where like the burner is made like a giant fuel injector. And so it mixes the fuel with the air from your air compressor and sprays it, because it's got that compressed air behind the fuel, the oil or the transmission fluid that you're using, and it sprays that out. Of course, it's got a pump too that pumps it up to that where it mixes it, and it sprays it out like a fuel injector sprays your fuel in the car. And it has an igniter on the end of it to get it started. And once it flames on, man, I tell you what, there is no smoke whatsoever comes out of that. It is a complete burn. And you've got a sight glass that you can see the flame in there, and you can change your mixture for your air to fuel ratio to get it fine-tuned to where it's just such a complete burn that there is absolutely no smoke coming out of it whatsoever. Yeah, Camaro time. If people put in their contaminated oil and stuff with antifreeze, I've got a 55-gallon drum that I pour everything into first before I put it in my regular containers, and it sits there for at least 2 weeks. And it has 2 spigots, one at the very bottom and one 6 inches from the bottom. And my regular containers are done this way too. And so it sits there for 2 weeks before it goes to the next container. And that way, any antifreeze or water can settle to the bottom, and we can open up the ball valve on that bottom spigot and let that water and antifreeze come out into a container. And it on its own, it just separates very well. And then, like I said, we've got the same 2 spigots on every container after that, the ones that have the pump hooked up to them and everything. And so we can open that bottom spigot every week. And when you get condensation in the tank, it does this too. And the condensation will settle to the bottom, and you can just keep breaking open that bottom spigot and letting that condensation come out. It'll come out pure, crystal clear water.
It is.
It completely separates from the oil. Yeah, we got to get out of the way for
Gregory.
Gregory's live. We don't want to be breaking our own rules. Yep, and Felicia and see you later, Matt MPG. Great to see you again. Camaro Time, Fab, and now all the rest of the guys, Sam's Garage. Thank you all for coming. We will have some more great questions for you next show and more announcements. And we love to see you there. There's plenty more hashtag Insanefriends live streams in between now and Wednesday when you see us again. Like I said, Gregory Salvatore's on at 9 o'clock. One Willie on Monday. Tuesday is Bubsification at 9 p.m. And then we'll see you again on Wednesday.
Bye. See ya. Have a good one.
Till the next video, get off the couch and get dirty.
No.